A new landmark report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change on Monday stressed that climate change is widespread, rapid, and intensifying. We talked to one of its authors on various key issues concerning climate change.
The key advances that I would say are in first the attribution of the changes to causes. So we're now able to attribute many more changes to the human activities, to greenhouse gas emissions. Also, one of the advances is in the evaluation and assessment of low likelihood, high impact events. So events that are not likely to happen, but might have a huge impact on the environment and society if they happen. For example, like large-scale ice sheet decay in Antarctica and related sea level rise. The report is very clear about what is needed from a geophysical point of view to reduce climate change or to limit climate change at 1.45 or 2 degrees. So in two scenarios that we've used to run future climate projections, emissions are such that they get reduced to net zero by the mid of the century or just shortly after. And it's only these two scenarios that actually allow us to stay within the Paris climate targets, 1.5 or 2 degrees. We have to realize that cutting emissions to net zero by the mid of the century requires action from everyone, every individual, everywhere on the globe. I think developed countries have a huge responsibility to act now and not wait for other countries to follow. Key points are heating systems that are fossil fuel, that run without fossil fuel. Other factors are the renewable energy in all sectors that we use today. If we take these scenarios that we've run and the greenhouse gas emissions in these scenarios, which I mentioned, cutting emissions to net zero by mid-century or shortly after, then this goal of 1.5 is still within reach, and the 2-degree goal as well. But it's clear that strong, rapid reductions in greenhouse gas emissions are needed to achieve these Paris climate goals. I think China and the government of China has made huge steps forward, and I think it's really important to follow these steps that have been indicated in the recent past, also running up to the next climate negotiations, COP26. So all countries have to fulfill their duties, and I think it's one of the key points that this is done taking into account the possibilities that these countries have, these shared responsibilities, and also the possibility to financial, socioeconomic, etc., that people can actually different countries can contribute differently based on their resources and possibilities. I think it's really the expectation and the hope that in Glasgow, the leaders of the world will make the next step towards actual measures to being able to meet these goals that we've all set for ourselves, and to limit climate change to 1.5 or at least to well below 2 degrees centigrades compared to pre-industrial.